if you want to get lots of people to pay attention to your content, to your courses, to your opt-in incentives, to your live broadcasts, all those different kinds of things, one of the keys is for you to create content that people are actually interested in, which I know sounds totally obvious, but when I look at some of the work that some people do, it's apparently not quite so obvious. I look at it and I go, who wants to know about that thing that they just spent hours working on, that blog post or that article or that opt-in incentive or whatever? And so one of the keys is to make sure that you are relevant, that you are choosing things that people actually want to know about. And what if I was to show you a tool that enabled you to be able to see exactly what people are searching for right now, and that tool was free? Hey, my favorite price. So here's the tool. It's Google, but it's not just Google. It's what's called Google autocomplete. Let's just say that I wanted to talk about online market. Look at this. Isn't this interesting? When I start typing in, things populate. Now, you've seen that, and perhaps you've seen it as being somewhat valuable because you can just go down and click on one of these and have it show you things. But here's the thing that makes this really powerful, is that the more you type in, the more it becomes relevant to what it is that you want. And so here I type in online marketing, and I've got online marketing strategies examples, online marketing strategies 2020, online marketing strategies for small business, etc. And as I look down this, I can see people are interested in online marketing tools. So I could click that, and then I could click on the end of that, and what it starts showing is things like online marketing tools for free. Oh, now there's an article or there's an opt-in incentive that if you're in the online marketing space, you probably want to create something on online marketing tools, but not just tools, free online marketing tools. Interesting, right? And we presume that this is populated by the terms that people are most frequently searching on right now. So the real reason they do this is that Google doesn't want to have to deal with misspellings. And they want it to people who are on mobile, who are starting to type in things, and they don't want to have to type out the whole thing. It'll see that list. They can just go down and click on the one that they want. Now, we don't know how often they update this, but this gives us some interesting data. So let's go back to online marketing. And let's look at this. I'm going to put online marketing, and then I'm going to put A. Hey, look at that. There's all these other words that start with A. Interesting. So what if I was to go through and just note the ones that were important from that, and then go and put in B? Now I've got a totally different list. C. And so can you see what I'm doing here? Let's just assume, well, there's 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10. So by the time I've gone through and done each letter of the alphabet, I've got 260 different terms that presumably are being searched for quite frequently on Google, just by going in and putting in these letters. So let me just do this. I'm going to go to online marketing strategies, and now I'm going to show you how to take this another level deeper. So by clicking on online marketing strategies, now I've got all these different things. And then what if I did this? Oh. So I put in an A, and I can put in a B, and I can put in a C. So one of the things that I recommend that you do is that you take your big picture item, the thing that you are known for and that you're really good at. And it's sort of the generic, this is what I do kind of thing. Choose that, and then go through and identify 5 to 10 different subtopics that have come up from this list, and then put that in, and then start doing your ABC technique behind that. And pretty soon what you're going to end up with is this list of 50, 100 different topics that are all being actively searched on, that you should consider doing content about. Now, let's take this another step further. Let's look at YouTube. Here we got online marketing. What this is showing is a different list. Now, it's interesting because YouTube is owned by Google, but the list that came out here is different than the list that came out when I put in online marketing in Google. So strategies, classes, tools, examples, definition. Here we got for beginners, business, strategy, course, pro, 2021. So it's a different list because this is what people are searching for on YouTube. And by the way, you can do the same strategy, A, B, C, and go through that also. So now instead of 260, now we've got, and by the way, I think there's more than 10, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we've got 15 here. And so we've got good stuff coming out of this process, but also this is showing, here's what people are looking for in video versus what people are looking for in just pure content search for on Google. And by the way, any service that has this kind of drop down to do this is called autocomplete. So here's Etsy. So in Etsy, I can put in, and so online marketing doesn't really work because Etsy's not, but I can put in planners, A and B and C, and pretty quickly you've got yourself a list of the things that people are searching for on Etsy. Can you see how this could be incredibly valuable to you? Can you see how in a very short period of time, you can start to validate these things? And then, of course, there's always this other piece, which is go to trends.google.com, and then we can put in online marketing strategy and see how it's doing right now and start seeing how it's doing in certain different markets and start seeing related topics and start seeing related queries. We can start getting all kinds of things to validate the key information that we have already gathered. And we can do this too. We can also compare. So we can put in online marketing course and just see, oh, hey, they're pretty much equal. See, it's just one's 35, one's 34. Let's put in this. How about digital marketing? And what this will do is it shows, oh, look at that. Let me just make sure this. Digital marketing is significantly outperforming online marketing. So perhaps we should be going back to this original exercise and do this with digital marketing. Ooh. So it's interesting because this actually was a little surprising to me because I live in the, quote, online marketing world. But it appears that there's a whole bunch of people who are looking at it as digital marketing. Isn't that interesting? Well, I'm going to go make some changes and do some different content focusing on the concept of digital marketing because of what we just discovered here. All right. Can you see the power of this? Here, right live in front of you, I discover new things that I didn't even know about my own business. So use this strategy. It works. It's valuable. It's free and it's cool. So let me know what you think. Go do this and tell me what happens as you get done with it and what things blew you away that you were not aware of. Let me know in the chat. This is Don Crowther saying, just go do this stuff.